All right. So this is my podcast for communication and social sciences. I'm DJ. I'm the host. We have my dad, which is Derek, and I have my two other participants today with me is Hannah and Faith. And I'm just gonna first begin the podcast with asking them, how are you guys doing today?
Doing well.
I'm doing good.
That's good.
I'm doing well too. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, sweet. So I'm just gonna get straight into it because we only have 20 minutes. So to get straight into it, I'm asking first is, do you guys happen to know what an urban green space is?
Somewhat. Is it where like gardens and just green grass, green trees are in an open space outside somewhere in the community? Is that something of it?
Yes, basically. So I'm gonna show you guys my podcast. I mean, not my podcast. My PowerPoint real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen and kind of give you guys a brief rundown on what it is, and then I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. Um, if you guys find yourselves there or whatnot. So let me show you guys my screen real quick. But that was good, Dad. Uh, how do you share your screen? This is embarrassing. Uh, oh, okay. I'm not really tech savvy. Sorry. Um, okay, so this is my PowerPoint that we did in class, and get the slideshow. So basically, podcast is going to be about like how the impact of green urban green spaces um impact mental health and um basically like kind of like a brief background. Like as cities, like we're all from the city, different cities in the states, but as cities continue to reshape lifestyles and environments, and access to like natural spaces is becoming more limited. And this research is important, not just for me, but for you guys too, because it helps understand like mental health benefits of urban green spaces that are among rising like stressors. And there has been studies that show that there is a strong link between green spaces, access, and improved mental health outcomes, making it worthwhile to explore this relationship even further. And yeah, that's pretty much like, and like basically to not make it more simple is that uh it's kind of like social cohesion. Like it can help people feel a sense of belonging, connection with their community, along with like their health, like support healthy behavior such as like increasing like physical activity and stuff like that. And it can even help like with birth outcomes, and it can also protect um like the environment in general. And yeah, so okay, so now that you guys know what it is, I want to ask, uh, how does urban green spaces, like my dad said, like a park, gardens, just pretty much anywhere outside or somewhere natural, like how does it affect your guys' mental well-being while living in the city? Like Dad, I know you are between um Ogden and Salt Lake all the time, and Faith, I know you live in the city in Arizona, and uh how does it affect, like, including you, Hannah, like how does it affect you guys, your mental well-being?
Well, as a college student, it's very nice to get outside and have fresh air during this stressful semester.
That's really good, Hannah. That's really good. What about you, Dad and Faith?
I think it helps the mental health by just getting outside, seeing things grow, just getting fresh air running through your mind, not being closed in, open air gives you a fresh outlook on life when you're not closed into walls all the time through a stressful day.
That's really
Yeah,
good.
for me, I love to recreate outside. I love to go on runs outside. It's finally cooled down just a little bit in Arizona, so you can be outside longer than 45 minutes without feeling like you're going to get sick. And so I've really been taking advantage of just exercising outside, um, eating outside with friends in the park, um, and just, when I am feeling anxious, literally stopping to go and touch the grass to bring me back to life.
That's deep. That's really that's really deep, Faith. Um, yeah, I wish we had that right now in Canada. It's freezing and ooh, I missed the Arizona weather. Um, but yeah, that's really deep. And that's interesting that you said that too, Hannah. Like finals is very stressful and that can help. And then same with you, Dad. Like it kind of is tough being at walls all the time and it just helps. Okay, so now for the second question. Um, how often do you guys like find yourselves like at urban green spaces and like when you guys do, like what kind of things do you guys do there? Like what do you do? Like, you know what I mean? Like I know you guys pretty much answered it, but like how often do you guys find yourselves
Well, I have a dog, so I find myself using urban green spaces very often, and it helps both of us interact with other people and other dogs. So you can also get interaction from urban green spaces.
there? Yeah, that's terrific, Hannah. That is actually a terrific answer. Like, um, yeah, that's pretty good. What about you? What about you two?
I'll let Faith go.
Okay, thank you, Derek. Urban green spaces are a safety measure for me too. Like, I prefer exercising in a park as a woman because there are other people there, kind of what Hannah said. And so I feel like it's safety too. And it's clean in some urban green spaces. So yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, nice.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
find myself there pretty often too. I forgot to enter my frequency, so FYI.
Okay. That
I I'm in urban green spaces daily. In the summer and fall and spring, I find myself out there probably 5 to 6 days a week, golfing, walking, hiking, um, just outside. Sometimes just a walk to the store. I just like being outside, even though it's hot. I like it, and it brings me peace of mind. And then, when I golf with people, um, or just, maybe an outdoor concert or something, just sitting there watching, sitting in the grass, and it's just relaxing. It takes a load off of your mind, gives you peace of mind.
hey man, I agree. I agree. I think we all need to do that more. My next question to you guys is, and it's kind of a touchy one. You guys all come from different backgrounds. All three of you guys are in different stages of your lives, including myself. Like, I'm in a different stage where I'm not really financially like stable right now. You know, it's tough being a college student. But I'm doing well, and so are you guys, but we're all in different stages as far as that. So my next question is like, and like we're all from different parts of the world in different regions. Even for me, I'm in a different country than you three. And uh my next question is, do you guys think certain demographics, roles like age, gender, or social economic status plays a role?
I think I don't. I think age can, depending on what age you are, depending on what physical limits or ailments you may have or not have, can and tell whether you when and where you go outside, what time of the day, what time of the year, how long you can be out. Um, but as far as economics, depending on what you want to do, economics should not fall in to place for me because I think being outside is free. You can go to
Yeah.
parks, or most parks are free. Um, there's a lot of free places, a lot of free things you can do. Hiking is free. You know, you can visit places, you can take a walk anywhere. Um, you know, to explore different parts of of outside and green. You may have to pay for certain national parks or something like that, but I think for everybody's mental well-being, you know, it tells you outside and fresh air gives you peace of mind and helps your mental status just to feel fresh air running through your body.
Mm.
That was
Yes.
tough.
Mm.
That's very true, Dad. Thank you. Hannah, go ahead.
Uh, well, to expand on Derek's statement, as someone who's younger, I feel as if younger people almost lost a third space between school, home, or work and school, and urban green spaces such as a park, or previously, as Derek said, a national park or a hike is a good way to almost build a community, um, which I think is great. And um, you know, yeah, I believe that people going outside is free and making friends can also be free. You can go to, well, I don't know about marathons, but yeah,
So that's
yes.
good. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah. Continue. Because I know you still have more
Um,
in mind.
well, I have met people on campus outside, um, studying, and that can also build a sense of community, even though that kind of fits into your second space of instead of a third space. Um, yes, but I think economic status shouldn't be a problem. However, I can see different things becoming a problem with green spaces such as age, medical history, because I have asthma, so sometimes it can be difficult for me if the air quality isn't great.
That's very good, Hannah. Thank you for that very brief and descriptive answer. I really, um, that was really good. That was really good. That was really good. Same with yours, Dad. Yours is really good too. But thanks to the both of you. Faith?
Yeah, I think most definitely demographics do play a role. I don't I think they obviously could intertwine to intersect to, play a role in how often the frequency of like how often someone goes outside. But I do think like age, and so I kind of want to deviate from that statement a little bit because I do want to make a comment kind of drawing from personal experience. I think age and socioeconomic status could play a role. I remember when I was little, side note, I wish I would have continued this, but my dad enrolled me in soccer, and I was playing soccer with different people with different backgrounds. Are you guys paused? Oh, yeah, or not paused. Okay, I thought
Yeah,
I
I
got
don't know.
next to us. Okay. And so I
I'm
feel like,
listening.
you know, and you have to play to put your child in a group sport. And so I feel like that factor, if, could play a role. But I think that like utilizing urban green spaces, demographic wise, obviously, certain cities may allocate funds to like keep an urban green space clean. Like they may like in a town on the other half on like one part of town, like for example, I live in Scottsdale, and in Scottsdale the parks are clean, but if you go to downtown Phoenix the parks aren't very clean, and I think that's where socioeconomic status plays a factor. And age plays a factor too, because like certain times, kind of how I said, parents have to bring their kids to the park. Sometimes kids can't walk to these spaces. So yeah, and I think race plays a factor too, because some races like prioritize, like some cultures, I don't want to use the word race, but some cultures prioritize, and I don't know if that's demographic, but some cultures prioritize outside time and other cultures don't. So yeah, that's my answer.
That's very good. All three of you guys' answers were terrific. They were all different, but they all were very brief and I can't find the word, but they were good. My last question, and then the podcast is done, is I'm sorry for laughing. The smile took me off guard. Is my last question is uh does visiting like urban green spaces for you guys, does it help your mental? Does it help your mental health?
Yeah, I kind of touched bases on this. It most definitely helps my mental health when I'm in the middle of an anxiety attack or something. I will go outside and literally like touch grass, like ground myself and be like, okay, this is, you need to go back to it. And then even in, um, I'm Christian, even in the Holy Bible, God talks about nature. And so like parks. And so I feel like it's just, yeah, these urban spaces really do help positively impact my mental health. And if I know if it impacts my mental health as much, I know it can impact other mental health.
Wow.
That was really good. Um Hannah, do you have something to say?
Yes. Wow, that was great, Faith. Urban green spaces, yes, they do help improve my mental health. And I've noticed when I'm outside more, my sleep, I get better sleep
Same. Sorry for cutting you off. Same.
um because it improves my sleep quality and it improves my mood. And not only that, but I become more focused if I'm, jittery or something. I'll step outside and just feel the breeze, even if it's for only 5 minutes, and I become more my mindfulness, I become more mindful of my environment. So yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, I know you're strapped for time, but I just want to say it does help my mental health. I love walking golf courses. I love walking to the gym. I because it helps me just stay grounded. Um, Being in nature with some headphones just helps my mental all the way around. I even love catching the train to train to work and to other places to concerts because I'm outside when I'm doing it. And so, like these had that faith, so eloquently mentioned earlier, it helps you find connections to people too that you would never meet inside of a building. You meet so many different people of races and other nationalities when you're outside. It's like a melting pot of just togetherness.
Facts. Well, what that was the cherry on top, Dad. Um, thank you guys for coming to my podcast. I really appreciate it. Um,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, thank you guys so much.
Thank you. This
Thank
was so
you.
fun.
And FYI,
So
his
much
teacher,
fun.
please give him an A. He worked really hard on this.
Yes, I learned so much actually. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. All
Yep,
right.
thank
Thank
you,
That's
you.
it.
Derek and Faith, and
Thank you,
most of
Hannah.
all,